KILR Killer Games.
Hey there, and welcome. I am the Killer Gamer, and this is going to be the sixth and final part of Victory is Life. And this right here is not the character we're playing with. This just happens to be one of my alts. Pelixa, a Talaxian with a Voyager-looking ship. How appropriate. I didn't even plan it that way. It just must have been subliminal or something. Alright. This is our ship. And I just recently bought this. Because there was a 20% off sale. I took advantage of it. And this is the Tier 6 version of the ship that I previously had, which was a Tier 5 upgrade. So this allowed me to get the second half of the console that I needed to have a complete set. So I will show you that when we log in here. Alright, so this is the sixth part. Tenebris Torquent. Probably not even pronouncing it right. Alright, so let's take a look. And I did some upgrades too. Because everything is up to Mark 15 now. So yeah, I definitely took advantage of that. So my kit is up to Mark 15. So is my Nakul armor. And my shield. And my blade. The blade is from the Lobby store. And my assault Nakul assault weapon is also marked 15. All of these, which I've gotten from kits or the exchange, which were from kits, are marked 15. This one I did not upgrade to 15 because I figure, well, let's try it first and see if I like it before we upgrade it. This one here doesn't have the option to really upgrade it because there's no mark on it. But here's the ship. Now I can make this look like the old ship if I want to, but it's basically a battlecruiser. I called this one the USS Devastation because it looks devastating. Kind of changed things up as far as my lineup. Instead of having all basic phaser weapons, I've put on here some quantum phase dual heavy cannons, as well as some regular phaser dual heavy cannons, and phaser dual beam bank right here smack in the middle. I have a Delphic distortion torpedo. This comes from the Lobby store. This is from a set that I got. Phaser dual cannons, these are all marked 15. Obviously they're gold, so their quality is all the way up. I still have my phaser turret back here, and I placed my photon torpedo with a Terran Task Force photon torpedo, and I still have my omnidirectional phaser beam. Other than that, I don't think I really want to change anything else on here. I could. And I might. Let's see here. I may not, because I did some other upgrades. Where are we at? Are we at? Yeah, we're at we may go ahead and test it out here first. Why is that all blurry? There it goes. Like, I don't remember that being blurry. thing that I need to do is I need to get this built up here. My other ship was a beast. It could take a pounding, and it was only a tier 5. This one's a tier 6, and it can't take a pounding as well. And I think that's because I don't have it. I don't have the ship mastery leveled up. Alright, let's take a look. I'm only going to be able to put, if I choose beam banks, I'm only going to, I can't put dual beam banks in the back. Now you'll be able to see all the other ships that I've got. Yeah, see, these are all the other ships I've got. All of these. But that's not it. Because then I've got my dry dock, and I've got all of these. Yeah, I have a ton. A lot of these I have in dry dock, so that way I can use them in my Admiral missions. Let's see. I'm not going to use anything there. Although the Tachyon mine launcher could be useful. Let's see. No. Where's my Serenity? Okay, I could use this. This does have phaser damage. Alright. Let's grab this one. See, I thought about using... Well, yeah, I could use my sensor-linked phaser beam array. It's not gold quality, but... See, that one is gold quality. No, that's Chronoton. I think I'll still make use of it. Yeah. These here, or this one here, the sensor-linked phaser beam, is from Star Trek Discovery. So this has the do-do-do-do-do, or pew-pew-pew-pew-pew sound. Is there anything else here? My crystalline energy torpedo is maxed out. On one of my other characters, the Hur'q torpedo, the one that you get when you fight the Doomsday Machine, I have that one. I managed to get that one maxed all the way out to gold level Mark 15. I was excited. I'm like, yes! Because I've been wanting to max it out on one character at least. I'm working on this one. This is going to be my Terran ship. So I've got all Terran weapons on here. Withering disruptors. Lots of withering disruptors. Got my Terran task force stuff. Oh, duh. I'm like, well, that's got a lot of gold stuff. It's because that's the ship I'm using, dummy. This was great. This is the Kelvin Timeline Constitution class. I opened up 3 lockboxes and I got it. Seriously, 3 lockboxes and I got it. I was that lucky. I'm like, yes! Awesome! This was the 8th year anniversary award. This thing, this Bajoran Interceptor is awesome. If you missed out on it, man, bummer. Because this thing is great. This little interceptor is great. Nakul Battlecruiser. This thing is an awesome ship. This was from Summer Event, which actually may be coming back here shortly. Jem'Hadar Dreadnought Carrier. And I got these from the... they don't come with very rare Jem'Hadar fighters. They come with rare ones, blue ones. But from the dilithium store, I went ahead and upgraded them because you get just like one extra thing with it. Some may say it's not really worth it, but I mean, if you've got the spare dilithium, why not? You know, if I can give it that little extra boost, you know, that's what I'll do. I haven't even played with this one yet. My Undine, Nikor, Bio Warship, whatever it is. Alright, let's go back to this. I'm going to go ahead and change these out. And we are going to set you guys. See, whenever I want to make sure that if I'm ever going to sell anything, I'll put something in between so that way I don't accidentally sell one of my good things. I know you can use your replicator and get it back, but still, I don't want to take that chance. But, okay, so those are the weapons. These are all the same. These things here are from the Bajoran. Oh, I forget which mission they came from, but it was one of the more not recent episodes, not from this one expansion. Oh, Talia would be quiet. But yeah, plasmonic leech. I think it's arguable. People will say that this is one of those things that you want to get. This has got. Can this be upgraded? No. Okay. Some of these that have the infinity symbol on it can be upgraded, and I have upgraded them. And it's weird that they're supposed to level up with you, right? But yet, if you put them in the upgrade thing, they actually give you a better stat than if you were to leave it alone. It actually gives you a better stat. Go figure. Alright. So let's go to our final episode. Tenebris Tourniquet. Torquent, whatever it is. Locating the homeworld. We're contacting Elim Garak.
Researchers led by my friend Dr. Bashir have isolated several fascinating aspects of Hur'q biology. I'm told this data provides insight on their native environment, specifically a metallic planetoid orbiting a pulsar within a nebula. There's one system that meets these requirements, Havas Kul in the Gamma Quadrant. I'm going there to investigate along with Captain Kira in the Defiant. Dr. Bashir will accompany us as well. His insight will be critical to the mission's success. The doctor believes we'll find what we need to end this conflict on Havas Kul. If he's right, and he often is, I'm willing to travel to the heart of enemy territory. Won't you join us?
Won't you join us? Travel the DS9 and rendezvous with your allies. Oh my goodness, really? Are you okay? Talia? Did you wound your pride? It sounds like you did. She slept. Oh, you little snot. I was going to bring her up here so she can say hi. Okay, so we get a flare. Creates a flare for 45 seconds that eliminates the immediate area. Wow. Well, that seems useful.
Be seeing you.
The way he just nods his head. Yes, a flare would be useful. Yes, a flare would be useful. All right. Let's go to Deep Space Nine. There's one other thing that I wanted to do. For some reason, I can't seem to... Oh. What was that? You see this yellow thing? Oh, that would be the ship above us. Okay. I want to make the mission primary. Dum 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 dum. There it is. And we'll make our way... Nope. Deep Space Nine. Now, yes, I know we have to go out of the Deep Space Nine area. I got it this time, alright? I got it this time. We got this, alright? Watch will be wrong. We'll have to go on the station or something. There are tons of Jem'Hadar ships. So this is why Star Trek Online continues to thrive, because people will buy stuff from the store. And that's not a bad thing. Okay, it's a free-to-play game. And that's, you know, and that's cool. If you want a free-to-play game and have fun, that's great. But for those that want a little bit more, you know, you can spend a little bit of money and buy some ships, and hey, it's no different than buying an actual game, you know, or going out to a fast food restaurant or something where you eat something and it's gone that day, you know. Heck, now these days you could spend almost $20 in fast food. It's nuts. So you could take $20 and spend it on Star Trek Online, and you could be using that for months. So it's all perspective. Again, you don't have to spend money if you don't want to, but that's how they're able to keep this game going. So don't rip on the game because it's like, oh, you have to pay for it, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it if you don't want to. But it's a business. They have to make their money somehow. So just keep that in mind. And out of all the pay games that are out there, this is, I think, one of the best ones. Did you want to say hi? I'll grab you. If you want to say hi, you'll come over to the camera and you'll say hi. Really? So it really does not start here. Oh my goodness. Oh, now see, now this time it's telling us to actually go to the Gamma Quadrant. Oh my goodness. All right. Didn't he say meet at Deep Space Nine? Could have sworn he said meet at Deep Space Nine. I thought that said Quark's fleet. Okay. Okay, now that we're there, we have to remember that into autopilot again. Alright, let's check our Admiralty missions. Aha! This is good for me to show you. So I've made the tour duty 10 of 10. Now watch this area here. Boom! I've got myself 30,000 dilithium. So those tour of duties, be sure you do them on the Klingon and the Ferengi Alliance. Okay? Because you'll get 30,000 dilithium when you do it. When you do it on those. They are worth it. If you want to build up dilithium, that is how you do it. That is not quite working out the way I thought it was going to work out there. Escorting a colony for that one. Looks like we have a ways to go. And some Admiral missions to do, so hey, that all works out. And I use my shuttles to kind of bump up my critical chance, which gives me extra pass tokens, which allows me to skip these, like these here, which I don't really care about. I don't care about the gold press latinum. I've got tons of it. I don't really use it for anything. Now these, you want to get your random one-time use admiralty ships, so definitely work those when you get the opportunity. You want those. I have tons of those ships that I haven't used, but they come in handy. All right, and one more tour of duty. As you can see, I'm at number 5. We get them done, we're at 30,000. So, all right. Now, I don't know if you know this, but if we can find a special tactical ship, we can bring that down. So I have one right here, just a really low tier tactical ship that allows me to ignore those events, and boom, that brings it down. We'll use one of my mirror universe ships. We are almost at our location. There we go, we got that. So we're all set for our Ferengi tour duty. We're almost at our location, so that worked out pretty well. We got some interesting ships here. 4134, YS-35. There we go.
I have to say, the survey reports on this system really don't do it justice. A nebula, a pulsar, dark energy, and the Hur'q homeworld.
I'm not reading any Hur'q ships on. I'm not reading any Hur'q ships on sensors. Oops. I went too quick. Alright, so we'll just say it the way he does. Nor I. Isn't that strange? You know what? If we go out. Let's go out and back in. We'll be able to hear what he says. Man, we got to hear Andrew Robinson play his part.
I have to say, the survey reports on this system, nor I. Isn't that strange? One would think they'd place a heavy guard on their home system. How peculiar. Let's use this opportunity to look around. Quietly, of course.
Agreed. Now that we actually got to hear you this time.
We're reading a number of interesting phenomena, despite interference from the nebula. Let's see. Plethora of heavy metallic compounds. A hotbed of tetryon and thermobaric energy throughout the nebula. A fitting birthplace for a future star.
There's a moon nearby. Preliminary scans aren't showing much, but it's just the kind of place the Hur'q could be using to hide a base. Or a fleet. I'd like to take a closer look.
Alright, well, let's move in. Which is what we're doing. Get out of my way. Scan the dead moon.
The pulsar's throwing off a lot of hazardous energy. Scans are showing a lot of bare rock,
Most
but no
astute,
metals
Captain.
or compounds.
Let's make the appropriate shield
a lot
adjustments.
like
Stop talking over each other. Did you see that picture? That didn't look like Garak. That looked like Gold Ducat. That's what that looked like.
Like it's being completely stripped of anything remotely useful? The calling card of the Hur'q, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps we should send down a probe, just to be absolutely sure. There could be some Hur'q down there, hidden by the nebula's effect on our sensors.
Well, I'll send a probe then.
Barely Class D. No metals, complex compounds, liquids, or atmosphere.
The interior is a complex maze of tunnels. Thousands of them.
This matches Hur'q patterns we've seen elsewhere. They've been here.
See, that looked like Gold Ducat.
The probe is online and transmitting. Our science teams are taking a close look at the incoming data, but it doesn't look terribly promising. Shall we forge on? There's a lovely planet nearby, no doubt filled with a bounty of toxic rocks and metallic salts.
Ooh, all right. It looks excited. Set course for the planet. We're going where they're at.
Entering scanning range now.
Its astronomic readings are strange. The planet has a highly eccentric orbit. Looks like it collects matter from the nebula as it sweeps around the pulsar, all while being bombarded with radiation. Definitely not habitable by most standards, though it's not quite demon class. An orbital period of several thousand years. That explains the Hur'q life cycle. They must hibernate while the planet is at the far range of its orbit. This orbit coincides with the previous emergencies of the Hur'q. The 1,000-year cycle explains why they appear suddenly, then vanish just as quickly.
We're reading complex structures here, along with power systems and technology. This could be a base of operations for the Hur'q. It appears to be deserted. Why don't we take a look around? This could be a prime opportunity.
Let's meet on the Defiant. We'll need to make some preparations before we send an away team down there.
All right, let's transport to the Defiant. Now I have the Defiant ship, as well as the bridge.
I sent a team down to establish a secure zone. They're ready for you, but you'll want to put on an EV suit before you beam down. We have some in that container for you to use. Once you're suited up, we'll beam you down to the secure zone. It's just below the planet's surface in a large cavern area.
I don't need an EV suit. I have one. Now, some of my team members might need one. Okay, she's good. She's good. He's got armor, but I don't think that's an EV suit. Yeah, she definitely doesn't. She just got polyweave armor. And I don't. Okay, he's got his. That's an environmental suit. Okay, he's not on the away team with us. Alright. I don't think I need those other EV suits. We'll wait until we get where we need to go before I delete those things. Alright, step on transporter pad. Chamber appears to be a natural cavern, but readings show unusual energy and a lot of magnetized metals and salts not far from here. Some of the caves near here have a regular structure, like they were dug out rather than naturally occurring. Maybe the Hur'q has something like an ant hive. Hive? Well, let's check with Kira's away team and see how they're progressing. Alright, how are you all doing? Okay, is anyone suffocating? No. Okay, we're getting rid of these two. Taking up space. Okay, there's Kira.
I should have a habitation area set up soon. We can replace the reducing atmosphere in this cavern with standard oxy-nitro, and warm things up a bit. Kane's keeping watch, and Weir is looking into other connected areas. We should have a perimeter field up within a few minutes.
Carry on, Williams.
Reading a lot of background radiation and some wild magnetic fields. It's like the pulsar and the nebula are supercharging the metallic crystal compounds here. The environment's very different from anything we consider a habitable planet. Explains why the Hur'q are so alien. Quite a treasure for a geologist like myself.
Yeah, you can keep it to yourself, I'm fine. Carry on, Ishimura. We'll scan some titanium. By the way, the best way to do those is to use your arrow keys. Don't try to use a mouse. For those of you playing on a console, I don't know how it is on a control pad. I couldn't even imagine trying to use one. Maybe the little directional, not the joystick, but the little directional keys. Maybe that'll work well, but...
Everything's in order here. Define, do you still have a lock on us?
Affirmative. If you need transport, there may be a slight delay due to pulsar emissions.
I'm getting something odd on my tricorder. Up there!
It's like aliens. Garak, you've got glowing eyes.
Glad you're still with us. Whatever that was must have left you for dead. I'd get moving in case it comes back to make sure. Looks like you're in a series of tunnels that connect to a larger cavern. Garak and Bashir are close to your position. They're moving into a large open chamber. Try to make your way to them. Be careful. Some of the crystal formations down there are emitting intense amounts of energy. We can't lock onto anyone with transporters, and the others are reporting that directed energy weapons won't work.
Understood.
This is Bashir. Garak and I are alive, but we're a little lost.
That's why I have a sword. Not because you're lost, but because if directed energy weapons don't work, I've got a sword. Well,
keep moving. You should head up to another chamber. The creature's in a passage near your location. Stay sharp.
Garak and I are moving into a very large, oblong chamber.
here I was, hoping those cozy, cramped little tunnels would make a nice
Looks like the door to the
vacation
next
spot.
chamber is locked.
Those readings you're getting from that crystal node are interesting. It's generating a localized magnetic field. Manipulating that field could cause a response similar to pushing a button or flicking a switch. I wonder, do you think Hur'q can sense magnetic fields similar to sharks on Earth?
I don't know. What do you think? Let's stay on point, Doctor.
Yes, of course. I think you'll find a way to manipulate that magnetic field to open the door. The morphogenic crystals are probably the keys. So look for one nearby that has a similar output to the door node.
Alright, check one of the crystals. Let's check this one.
The readings I'm getting on that crystal are weak. It probably isn't usable.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe it's the one furthest away, but it's probably like how many try, you get it on the third try.
That one's got an odd harmonic. Doesn't seem to match the rest.
Third time's a charm.
That's the one you need. Use it to open that door.
How did I know?
You can't fight that thing. Run!
That crud. I'm not sure where I'm running to.
Enemy targets uncensored.
There's a deep crevice ahead of you. See if you can get across.
Oops. I didn't make it. Mission failed, Kira. We'll rewind time a bit. Okay, well, that didn't work.
Personal shield losing power.
Oh, wait. My boots.
Enemy targets on sensors.
But how do I get over that? I am glad I have my boots. I got those from the winter event.
Hazardous energy and anti-gravity ahead. Use your thrusters. The creature's turned back. It must not like anti-gravity.
Where am I going? I have no idea.
Slow and steady, don't get lost. Try to head up when you can.
Garak and I have a breathable atmosphere here. Everyone, try and reach our location.
Williams here. I'm stuck in some kind of tunnel maze. Not sure how to get out.
Ishimura here. I nav system's useless. I'll keep trying to find you all.
Receiving your transmission from the console. Analyzing now. There's a lot of historical data and cultural references in there. The short version, the Hur'q used to be a peaceful species. There's talk of a great betrayal and some kind of epidemic. Then the entries just turn into gibberish.
Gee, I wonder who betrayed them. Does it start with a D? Can't go that way. Oh, something else is shining over here.
This one looks like technical data. Interesting. None of their starships had weapons until 2,000 years ago. Their first designs were way ahead of most species at that time, though. Huh. How did they go from geniuses to the ravenous eating machines we're dealing with now?
Probably has something to do with something that begins with D.
Kane, report. I just lost crewman Kane's vitals. Weir's comm signal is down, but he's still alive. Keep an eye out.
Okay, that did something.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Ouch. Okay, that doesn't do anything. As we go through the maze, yay! Yay, another... Oh. Up we go. I feel like I'm doing that jetpack thing with the summer event. Again, coming soon! I think it's coming this weekend. No, wait a minute, that's where we came from. I got turned around.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Bashir and Garak are just past this chamber. We're picking up some interesting tech on sensors. Interesting and old. Very old. Most of it predates the Federation by several centuries. Are you reading those energy patterns on the other side of that opening? They're far more intricate than the others we've seen. We think there's some kind of ship ahead of you. It shows signs of damage. You might be in some sort of dry dock or repair facility. Interesting. There are large gaps in tech level between each section of the facility. It's as if the Hur'q learn as they hibernate. They wake up with 1,000 years of advancements at hand and get ready to work.
This console looks like it can operate a door here. If I was supposed to go in here just yet. Good to see us, sir. We've got a safe area set up here.
A pleasure to see you. We'll need all the help we can get if we're to leave this world alive. To that end, the good doctor and I have started to make sense of our surroundings. We seem to be in some sort of Hur'q command center. From here, we can begin to restore power in critical systems.
Hur'q technology is driven by electromagnetic manipulation of morphogenic crystals. Doors, life support, everything, even their central computer. If we can find the right crystals, I can bring things back online. We can look for information on Hur'q biology within their data system. We might even find a cure here. I found a little information. This planet used to be rich in a type of fungus. It thrived in the harshest of environments, even areas high in pulsar radiation. It used to be a staple of the Hur'q diet until it disappeared from the ecosystem. Without it, the Hur'q began to suffer from a severe type of malnutrition. It led to a number of neurological disorders, many of which we've seen firsthand. Based on these readings, there should be more data storage units in the tunnels beyond this chamber. They're the ones by the door with the blue glow rods. One more thing. Some parts of the tunnels still have malfunctioning gravity systems. You should be able to navigate through them, but the energy fields in there will nullify your weapons, so be careful.
It's not going to nullify my sword. Find 3 storage crystals and locate the rest of the crew. I'll get you those storage crystals. And I can find the door. Whee! See, there was a down ramp somewhere. Ah, yeah, in this direction. Let's go up here.
You're a sight for sore eyes. Let's get out of here before...
William!
Oh well, he's gone.
Flanking damage detected.
It It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
The Hur'q tried to synthesize the enzyme they needed for cognition, but failed.
Okay, so I know where the storage crystals are at. They're in here. I thought I was supposed to go back out and find them. No wonder I couldn't get anywhere.
That's Kane's helmet.
One of your officers has arrived.
You won't find the rest of him.
Anything down here? Yo, man, why don't you come with me? Is that Garak and... Okay. So we don't want to go down. Well, let's go this way then. Okay, we can't go that way. Okay, we only got one storage crystal. Ah, here's 8 of 8.
Oh, good. You made it. We were about to leave when... No! No!
What's going on? Ishimura's vitals just flatlined.
She was wearing a shirt underneath.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries. That covers the first peaceful meeting between the Hur'q and the Founders over 3,000 years ago.
One of your officers has arrived here.
You don't say. Oh, well, now we have to find the other one. That's the helmet. Dead end. Oh, no, it's not. So that's why he deactivated it, was to get through that. Okay, so where is the other crystal? Oh my. This is a very long and complicated mission. I found 2 of the crystals. We are not finding the 3rd one. Yeah, we're not going to find anything up here. Is it behind that door? Is the way through over here, maybe? Find out here in a moment. No, I think we were just here. If it's anywhere, it's like here somewhere. And we can't get to it. I feel like I'm just aimlessly wandering around now. Are we supposed to go up here? Ooh. Darn. I can't do anything with it. Well, I found it. So I have to go up. I wondered if I had to do that. This just looked like something I was supposed to float up. Alright, let's go to the other one. Wait a minute. Is the other one gonna get me to it? That was weird. Something tells me I'm supposed to go through that. Well, maybe not.
My God. The enzyme the Hur'q need is a precursor to Ketracel.
Enemy target on center. Enemy target on center. Flanking damage detected.
Wrong direction.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Game over, man. Yeah, it's gonna be game over if I can't find my way out of here. The heck, man? I'm going around in circles. Finally. Whee, pretty. Oh. Alright, let's get out of here. Can we, like, go through another direction so we can, like, get out? Instead of going around in circles? No, that's not the way. Wait. There we go. Oh, finally.
Nicely done. We should be able to translate Hur'q data files and run a detailed analysis of them at a greatly accelerated rate now. I have a good friend in Starfleet engineering that'd love to spend some time with this technology. The Hur'q have made some remarkable advances in their time.
Wouldn't be O'Brien, would it?
Ah, The first results are in. Excellent. I have access to a few critical systems, including gravity and power generation. Bringing them online now. That should make things go a little smoother.
Indeed.
I'm getting some historical records now. Give me a moment to process it. This is not good. It's a record of the fall of the Hur'q civilization at the hands of the Dominion. For some reason, the Dominion removed the fungus from the ecosystem during the Hur'q hibernation cycle. Military conquest, most likely. This is what drove the Hur'q to madness.
See, told you it began with a D. It's the D word.
It appears we have some uninvited guests.
You're a long way from Zenketh, Admiral.
Yes. To what do we owe the pleasure?
Ah, traveling incognito.
One of her many covert identities, I suspect.
This expedition of yours has gone on long enough.
Touched a nerve, have we?
You found a secret I've kept for millennia. Something I've kept from Odo and the Great Link.
The origin of the Hur'q infestation.
And you're rolling it.
I needed soldiers to realize my dream of dominion. Enforcers willing to obey without question. Physically, the Hur'q were perfect candidates. But their peaceful, free-thinking nature was an obstacle. In studying the Hur'q biology, I found the key to their loyalty.
The Ketracel precursor.
Yes, I extracted it from their ecosystem. They had no choice. Obey or die.
I take it things didn't go according to plan.
No, they became savage, incoherent, volatile. With each cycle, the swarm grew larger, wilder. My ability to control them diminished. All I could do was point them in the direction of my enemies. I would let them rampage and await their eventual hibernation.
Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war.
They were a failure, but they provided a gift. Ketracel, the gift that led to a more successful endeavor. The Gem Hadar.
I think I've heard enough. I knew you were involved in this somehow. You built an empire on slavery, and now it's all falling apart. When the Alliance learns about this...
But they won't. None of you are leaving this world alive.
You would kill another founder?
There were other founders who knew the truth once, like you. They did not want a dominion built on the backs of slaves. They tried to depose me, to expose the truth to the Link. They failed, and paid for their lack of vision.
All of you, against the wall.
Odo, this is getting out of hand.
Stop this, now!
No, Odo. This is bigger than you. Bigger than us. The Dominion must endure.
I'm afraid I can't allow that.
What now?
You've forced my hand. This is a modification of your own Hur'q lure. As we speak, every Hur'q in the quadrant is homing in on the signal.
And you're calling them here? To their homeworld?
On the contrary, madam. I'm calling them to the Founder homeworld. Your chickens, as the humans say, are coming home to roost.
Insanity! We will...
So will she come back together? I don't know. That's the new weapon that I set up. Alright. That won't, heal me.
Now that we have restored operations here, our ships will be able to lock onto us with transporters. I suggest we take advantage of this while we can.
Alright, beam up.
You did this? All of you? You killed a god? My god? My beautiful founder. Gone forever. I loved her so. And now you'll pay the price. Guards!
Enough, Wayun. All of you stand down.
No! You betrayed her! And the Dominion! I will carry out her final order!
That founder is no more, Wayun. This founder has given you an order, and you will obey.
No! He is no founder. She was a founder. He is a traitor! Guards! Shoot to kill! All of them!
Belay that order.
What?
We do not serve you, Vorta. Where this founder leads, we will follow.
Thank you, my friend.
Fine. Then I'll do it myself.
Take Wayun into custody and return to your
Is he
ship.
clapping?
We have business at the homeworld to attend to.
Is he verifying she was dead, or just hibernating?
Tell me, was it part of your plan to draw every Hur'q in this sector to this system, Garak? Because if it was, it worked with flying colors. We need to get out of here and fast. Our only hope is to punch a hole through the swarm so we can go to warp.
We're right behind you, Captain. Alright, let's see how our weapons do. climb the stairs from there.
Departed for the Founder homeworld. It will take them some time to reach it, even at maximum warp. We should make the most of that time and bring an end to this madness. The information that the good doctor found should do just that. For now, let's return to our respective fleets and prepare for the next and hopefully final steps of this journey.
Thanks to Garak, my homeworld is under siege. I realize there's not a lot of love lost to the Founders these days, but if the center of the Dominion falls to the Hur'q, the rest of the galaxy will soon follow suit. If you're willing to stand with us one last time, assemble your forces and rendezvous with my fleet in the Gamma Quadrant. I hope to see you there before it's too late for all of us.
To be continued. It's an NPC that said to be continued. So this thing that's going on here has a little bit of to do with Odo's homeworld. So interesting.
There's a certain poetic symmetry at play here. The Dominion are about to receive their comeuppance from one of the many species they've abused. Regrettably, we Cardassians have some experience in such matters. Of course, our work is just beginning. We need to formulate a cure for the Hur'q before they devastate every system in the quadrant. Hopefully, we can achieve this lofty goal before they make a meal of the Dominion. And again, science is often a lengthy, perilous process. I'm certainly glad to put Havas Kul behind me. Small, dark passages are not a passion of mine.
Well, let's get our flare. Okay, well, let's check out a couple of things. Since this is the last episode of the DS9 expansion, I want to check out a couple of the things that we got. Let's be in the Starfleet Academy down here. Okay. So the first thing that I want to check out is this flare. So what do? Do we just put a flare down here? Yeah. The other thing is this holographic... Aha! Trader. Let's talk to the trader. Okay, so we can browse commodities. This is useful. I think this is normal price. This is definitely useful. I don't have to go all the way to Starfleet headquarters to grab this stuff. I wish it had the other commodities. That would have been nice. We got mail. And the bank. in the exchange. Man, how nice. That is really cool. And we can't use it for another hour. Alright, now let's use this flare. Alright. Well, we checked those things out. Okay, so as a bonus, does it look like he's halfway into the floor? Well, he's a hologram. What do you expect? Alright, so as a bonus, should we use my ship against the board? What do you think? Why not? Alright, let's go fight the Borg. Just be a little bonus mission or something. You know, after you fight off the Dominion and the Hur'q. What's the Borg? Let's go off in this direction. Say goodbye. Yep. I'm sure you will. Oh, better get out of here. Ain't no thing. Ain't no thing. Man, there's two ships over there. Where is everyone? Oh, they're over there. You mean they tell me they haven't blown this? Your culture will adapt to service ours. They haven't blown these things up yet? Let's go help this guy out. I guess it's a good thing I decided to fight the Borg. This team may have had some trouble. That's weird. Usually my ship's not the one that's like saving the day. I'll just take that lockbox. If that's the case, they're gonna need help with this thing. Let's launch everything we have at it. You guys are welcome. We'll just take some fleet marks. All right. That's it. This will conclude our little series for the DS9 expansion. I hope you enjoyed this short little mini-series. I thought it was a very interesting story. And a little bonus top-off there with the Borg. Honestly, usually my ship is... Usually there's always one or two other Uber ships that are going through blasting things away. It's not usually me. Actually, I think that might have been one of the first times that my ship is actually going around blasting things apart. So that was new. Guess I'm glad I recorded that. Kind of cool. It probably won't happen again. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. If you like the video, thumbs up. And let me know if you want to see anything else. That's what the comments are for. And other than that, got tons of other videos, tons and tons and tons of other videos. So check them out. They are over in this direction, and they are down in this direction. Just click on any of those videos there and check out and see what I got. In the meantime, if you are playing Star Trek Online, have fun out there. Be careful, because those Dominion, watch your back. See you guys.